Hey guys, welcome back to a quick impressions video on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. A game that, if you guys have been following my channel, you know that I absolutely loved Mario Kart 8 on the Nintendo Wii U. In fact, it was my game of 2014, which is speaks itself pretty loudly in the sense that, you know, every year we have all these releases with great graphics and storylines and whatnot, but I decided to go with Mario Kart 8 as my #1 game of 2014 based on the fun factor itself, and that obviously translates into this version, which is basically the Wii U version but with added content and slightly improvements in the performance and the graphics. And of course the all-new battle mode, which is something that was missing on the Nintendo Wii U version, something that in my opinion would have been nice for them to add it back then, but this version added it, and it's a very fun mode. And of course we have new characters as well, and of course we have all the DLC content, which is fantastic. And if you guys missed the DLC or the season pass, I know I have a couple of friends that didn't want to buy it because it was DLC only, and they're very strong against DLC policies. But now that we have this definitive version with all the content in the cards, I think those friends that I have are going to be very happy, because the DLC content in the Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U is, in my opinion, one of the best DLC contents ever made. You have, you know, the new characters like Link, the new vehicles and kart parts, and then of course the courses. You know, you Hyrule Castle, the Animal Crossing stage, and so many the F-Zero tracks and whatnot. So the content of the DLC for the Wii U was fantastic, and obviously that's available in this version, which is great. And everything is unlocked from the get-go, with the exception of the kart parts, which are unlocked through coins. So the more you play the game, the more kart parts you will be unlocking. And of course they play a different they play a key role in terms of modifying your kart and finding the right weight and acceleration and speed and whatnot that you're trying to achieve for your particular characters. So very quick, just a very quick impressions. Obviously the graphics in this game are fantastic. They're obviously very similar to the Wii U version, with the exception that the resolution got upped in this particular game. You can play this as I believe 1080 resolution, and the frame rates, you know, the frame rate is 60 solid frames per second. So buttery smooth, very colorful experience that it's just you know, a joy to watch and feel the game when you're playing it. And of course that is backed by a fantastic soundtrack with that has like a jazzy type of tunes, and the way they remix some of the classic Nintendo tracks for this game is just fantastic, and I have nothing but positive things to say about the soundtrack in the Mario Kart 8. Just a joy to listen to the different soundtracks or songs that are available in this game are fantastic. And of course, as far as gameplay, it's more of the same. You know, it's a kart racing game. There is a new gameplay feature which you can carry 2 items at once now, and which is a pretty strategic element. When you get very into the game, you have to be able to micromanage and be aware of what items you have in hand, and it's pretty useful. I think it helps a little bit more the good players, because before you would just get gimped with like coins and bananas, but now sometimes you have a bad item and a good item that you can use to defend yourself or to defend your lead. But of course we're talking about Mario Kart 8, and speaking of gameplay mechanics, I mean you know, the blue shells are back, the red shells are back, and it was funny because the very first online game that I played, I was going in first place. I could see, you know, the finish line right ahead of me. I got hit by a blue shell, and then, I'm not kidding you guys, 4 red shells in a row, which means that the second place person probably had 3, and then the third place person had 1 more. So I got hit by a blue shell and 4 red shells within, you know, 100 feet of or 100 or 200 feet of getting to the finish line, and I think I ended up being 8th or 9th overall in the race. So that just it's infuriating when it happens to you, but it's part of the nature of the game. And We actually had a lot of fun on release date. A couple of YouTubers here, Leo the Funny Nerd, 2222, Mike Hawkins, and then Oslook 007, which he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he does comment a lot of on my videos. So there were like 4 or 5 of us playing the game, and it was just really fun playing this online with friends. Which brings me to the only or one of the only complaints that I have with the game. The online works very well. I couldn't see any slowdowns. I didn't get kicked out. But what really bothers me about this game is how hard Nintendo makes it to play together the game. We were having a lot of problems because we wanted to play all 5 of us with other people from around the world. So we were trying to do worldwide with all of us as a group, and it was literally impossible. We finally were able to do it later in the night, but we had to try after many attempts, and so it's really mind-boggling how behind Nintendo is when it comes to online gameplay. You know, for example, in the Battlefield games, you can create your own squad or group, and then once you have your set of friends together in a group, then you can send that group of people into an online server or lobby. And then, you know, you obviously get put in a server that doesn't have a lot of people, so all of your friends are able to make it into a server. But Mario Kart 8 doesn't allow you to do that. Only one person can join the server, and then the rest of the friends have to be trying to join you. And the servers get full because other people are trying to join, you know, random people are trying to join the servers. So it's really frustrating trying to play this game, you know, with a large group of friends. And it takes a while for it to get ready. But once we were all in, I think I personally did not experience any lag. Or I didn't get booted out or anything like that, so that was pretty impressive considering the game just released and the servers are obviously full of people and everybody's playing the game. So yeah, overall, I want to say this without trying to sound like a Nintendo fanboy or anything. I truly think that Mario Kart 8 is a masterpiece. And I understand there are people out there that may not like Nintendo games, or they may not like racing games or kart games, but when I say this is one of the best games of all time, I mean it from a neutral point of view in terms of how polished this game is, how colorful the performance of the game, you know, the resolution coupled with the frame rates per second, the animations in the characters, the amount of fan service that was put into the game, the colorfulness of the graphics, the great soundtrack, and most importantly, just the amount of polish in the gameplay. This game is just fantastic in terms of physics, the way the game controls. It's just a very high quality product. It feels like this game was put under the most rigorous quality control or assurance test like in the history of gaming, because it just feels like such a solid product, like such a high quality product, that in my opinion this is one of the best games ever made in terms of just level of quality and level of polish, if that makes any sense. It may not be for everybody, because you guys may not enjoy Nintendo characters, or you may not enjoy kart racing games. Some of you guys may be more into simulation type of racing games like Gran Turismo or Forza or whatnot. But I'm talking about strictly from a technical point of view. This game is a marvel and it's a masterpiece, and it's one of the reasons why I really enjoy this game. And of course, on top of that, the fun factor. If you guys do enjoy the Nintendo universe and characters, and if you guys do enjoy kart racing games, it doesn't get any better than this. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best kart racing game ever made, in my opinion, and it's just the best Mario Kart game out of all of them. And I have played all of them, and I really think this is a quality product, and it should be experienced by all of you guys if you're interested in just having fun with a video game. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.